To service.
We'll get a chance to see,
Play.
I believe, Francisco Guerrero
Francisco Guerrero.
playing
Yes.
alongside Pablo Garcia.
Yes, they are doing great too. They won both matches. Their own matches yesterday. But then in the first head-to-head, the ladies Lorena Rufo and Claudia Jensen, they lost, and then they lost also in the mix.
Underway here. Pati Yunguno picking some up at the net. Watch for these contrasting styles, a little old school versus new school in this matchup.
Old school with more control, and new school with assuming more risk, trying to be more aggressive.
There's Cata Tenorio playing the drive side. High lob through the middle for the lefty. Beautiful ball from Claudia Jensen.
Very low.
It's funny when you talk to Patty, I was talking about her game with her, and she's like, yeah, we're old school, but like, you know, it still works. And I said, absolutely. You know what comes with old school? It also comes with a great deal of experience and wisdom, Patty.
Yeah, too many years. There are 3 generations of Padel over here, because Cata Tenorio is I think 10 years older, more or less, than Patty.
That is correct.
Also, if you compare with Patty with Lorena and Claudia, I think it's like probably 20 years.
20 years, that's correct. Cata Tenorio, about in her late 40s. Claudia Jensen, just 18.
It's crazy.
Multiple generations out on the paddle court. Houston Volts now, 40 love.
Let. First service.
That's Rufo with the serve. Strong ball, strong start
Game.
for the Houston Volts, picking up the first game.
Houston Bolts.
Lorena Rufo always putting pressure with her volley.
1-0.
She tried
First hit.
to force the errors in the rivals, try to short time between touches. So it's difficult to play against her. It's difficult to play a lob. Usually you play a lob when it's an easy ball. But if the opponents are playing with pressure, if they are bowling well, then you have to continue playing through the volley, because if you play a lob with that ball, probably it's a short lob, and then you will lose the point.
Well, and it's so important too. Everyone's talking about that first volley, obviously, on the serving team and how critical it is. I mean, it feels as if your strategy begins not just from the serve, but more so from that first volley and its placement.
Yeah, it's important to play the first volley through the middle, through the center, because if you change the direction, you have to be sure that you will have the initiative of the point, and you will have an easy ball, the following one. Because if not, it's difficult for your partner to move to cover.
Makes sense. Tenorio on the serve now. Return, well done. Rufo sending that down the line from the backhand.
That's one of the problems when you play in the Australian. It's when someone stay all the time in the same place. That if you play through the side wall, then you have more distance to cover. Yeah.
You have to sprint cross court. There's the near highlight from Pati Yunguno.
15-10.
Yeah, it was difficult. It's fine. It was a
Good effort.
a good effort.
Fault.
Ball wide here. Flat ball from Claudia Jensen. Great angle from Yunguno. Strong point for the Arkansas Matrix. Good amount of movement on their side. Creation on the other. 30-0. Working on Cata Tenorio here. Forcing that backhand through the middle. Great step from Pati Yunguno, closing down the middle. trying to find a little extra
40-30.
side spin on that. Rufo really dropping that racket behind her head on that.
We can see how Kata tried to move Lorena Rufo around the court. She tried to force the errors on the other side.
Game.
First game to the Arkansas Matrix. A hold. Looks as if they're really forcing Rufo to have to find just about every shot in her arsenal to start this.
And they started pretty well, Houston Bolts. It's true that it's difficult to maintain the levels, maintain the regularity when you try to assume more risk,
Yeah.
as we've seen now with this powerful smash from Rufo.
Just within the service line. Adding pressure even at the depth of the court. Claudia Jensen is staring straight into the sun on some of these. Not the easiest situation for her on that drive side. Fourth ball they've sent her direction. Make it 5 now. Fighting them off. Dropping in front of her as she charges to the net.
Out.
Well played, Claudia Jensen.
She's young, but
Very
she
low.
also has this patience to play low, to recover the net, and then continue and continue and continue. It's difficult to play against Claudia Jensen.
Showing great patience
Yeah,
against probably the most patient team.
yeah, for sure.
A little extra spice on that one. Good cover.
40.
Matrix is going to have to find the right time. Find their attack. That one not quite strong enough. Working the lefty.
40-15.
Just getting away. Top of the racket. She works with that kick smash. That's going straight down the line. That is not going to be fun to have to cover.
It's, Claudia, it's true that she have this powerful smash, try to increase the speed,
Yeah.
but also she decides pretty well when to reach, when she has to smash, and now I think she gets confused with the wind and the sun.
Yeah, there's no doubt. They continue to just throw that ball back into the corner. She took her own jersey, patting off her eyes. Really tough position to be in. 40-30. Still winning, even on the bad side in terms of the vision.
Game.
Jensen taking a smile
Houston
and a
Volts.
game for the Houston Volts. Now up 2-1.
Lead. 2 games, 2-1. First set.
Our 4 women currently on a scavenger hunt, try and find the ball that went outside of our court. See if she'll come up with the golden egg, and she does. Claudia Jensen earning a few extra here for her.
So an extra point for Claudia then?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's fair. We can give out extra points. I think that's how that works.
Well, we can try to find new rules so for this special format.
Llegó uno to
I
serve.
think people, I was in the breakfast with the Arkansas team, and they told me that they love to play for 2 sets, and then in the third one to play with a super tiebreak.
They
and
do
also
like it.
Yeah, and then again with the goal point, they said, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do in the next tournament when I will have to play for 3 sets.
15 love.
They just like it because it's more of a sprint. It's faster. Is that why?
Yeah, because I mean, you can give your 100%, I guess, for
A
longer
shorter
time.
period, yeah. That makes sense. It is so fast. When you get to that super tiebreak, we had one to start off our day, and it was so fast. It's like in the blink of an eye, all of a sudden the match is over.
Yeah,
You better be ready to go from the beginning.
Absolutely. And in Premier Padel, for example, they don't play with goal point anymore.
Why?
40 love.
They decided. It was a question for the players. The players decided that they wanted to
really?
play Premier Padel without the goal point. I guess for myself, I think the goal point, I think the one that is the underdog,
Yeah,
because it's easier to get the break.
yeah.
So
We've seen a few, actually. That first one, the
40,
golden
15?
points, most of them end up becoming breaks.
well, I think it's better for the show. You know, for watching the matches, I think it's better for the people.
I think it builds some more anticipation and excitement, too. It's like that sudden death, right?
Absolutely.
40-15 here for the Arkansas Matrix. So far, no breaks. There's that Sun again. She takes a swing. Little fake out. Not necessarily on purpose, but
No, I don't think so. but
game to the Matrix.
12 first set.
Comfortable game now to the Matrix. And in Premier Padel, so without the gold point, but then in A1 Padel and Ultimate Padel Tour, and in the FIP tournaments, in the International Federation, the same as Premier Padel, they play
Second serve.
all the circuit with gold point. Just as Premier Padel without
The
it.
only, okay. It's interesting because so many sports, whether you look
Love
around the
15.
world in different types of sports, everyone's trying to kind of entice the audience that much more, right? The excitement level added with some new rules. We've got so many new leagues popping up with team formats and unique scoring systems, and it's been really fun.
I think it's good for the sport to have different styles.
I think it's great too, the evolution of the game.
For example, in basketball, we have the NBA that it's different than in basketball in Europe, for example, with different rules. It's not just a few rules, but still.
Good point here, the longest point we've seen in this matchup thus far. Defending with that two-hand backhand, Claudia Jensen. Couple short contacts as Cata Tenorio chases that to the net. Well done. Pick up, yet again. Tenorio sends that through the middle. Jensen, quick two-hand backhand. Who will take it? Sends it high. Oh, and just off the forehand side. The Houston Volts walking away with the longest rally thus far.
Yeah, really good point. And Cata Tenorio tried to surprise Claudia Jensen, but she was so smart because she had to play a powerful shot against the body of Cata, and Cata couldn't block it.
Fault.
It's more about the errors, the forced and unforced errors so far in the match, rather than to the winners. No, we've seen so many errors, but our forced errors are because of how the other couple are playing.
That makes sense. Oof. Trying to undercut that, almost slicing for that lob. Just not enough. Windier conditions today. It's been a bit breezy. A lot of the athletes have been talking about how challenging just this championship court is because of the wall adjacent to. So some of the wind is blocked to a certain extent, but once that ball gets sent up to a lob, it changes so significantly. So you think it's good coming off your racket for about the first 15 feet. And next thing you know, it's trailing off another 10 feet the opposite direction.
You can play with these high lobs that usually work so well in the outdoor conditions. We have the first 3 break points.
Series of redirects on the volley here. Fending off the first. Houston Bolts now sit at 30-40. Break point still on the side of the Arkansas Matrix. Just the third match of our day. Total of 6 on the day. Another break point opportunity here for the Matrix. Well-placed lob, Pati Yonguno. Ooh, looked like she was going to add a little something to it. Instead, lobs that back. Still working on Rufo. Now Jensen. Send her to the back of the court. Still not able to find that exact lob. For the Houston Volts, they just can't quite get past the Arkansas Matrix. Break to the Arkansas Matrix. Now up 3-2.
Arkansas lead 3 games, 2-2. First set. Time. Kata Tenorio.
The Houston Volts putting a premium on youth. One of the youngest, definitely the youngest roster between the 10 franchises. Right now, just an 18 and 20-year-old out on the court.
It's so crazy how young they are and still being able to play that good.
Amazing.
Also you realize that they are young when they face Kata and Patti and they are forced into playing the style of Arkansas. It's hard for them to try to be offense, try to reach the net, try to surprise them, because Kata and Patti knows how to play so good. They always make good decisions. They play with a lot of lobs. It's really hard for Houston.
it's tough when you have a team that wants to play maybe a little bit more up-tempo and that newer style. However, on the other side, just great control. We were talking about it in the changeover. Like, what are some of the things you can do to try and get a team out of their playing style, especially one like Yanguno and Tenorio? And you were talking about maybe work a little bit of that faster smash to try and get them out of their rhythm. See if you can challenge them in some different ways. You might have to risk a bit more, though, as well.
Yeah, you have to take advantage of every opportunity that you have, especially Lorena Rufo. I think she's the player for that. Claudia needs to work at the point, try to work for her partner, and Lorena is the one that should try to risk a little bit more.
So the setup, and we'll call it the aggressor. Like for Rufo to become that much more aggressive here.
Now they have 4 break points. Great reaction.
Great response after Arkansas earned their first. Oh, great job from Yanguno. Lob looking a little better on the side of the Volts as well. 2 great ones back to back. This one a bit more shallow. Good ball, good recognition. Pati Yanguno quickly pouncing on that.
And what moment, no? With a break point, she's able to play that ball. It's the first winner for Pati Yanguno.
Just waiting for the right opportunity. Still break point. Little mishit, but it still works out. There's the risk. Not so fast, and I believe a touch off the net. So point to the Houston Volts and break to the Houston Volts.
This game is a perfect example of what we were talking about. The 2 smashes from Lorena Rufo and also 1 bajada. Assuming risk and taking the break.
Somebody's in their ear. 3-all here. Jensen's got such a nice 2-handed backhand. So good on that line-to-line.
One of her best skills also to play through the angle and then
Really?
start the counter-attack against the fence. She's so good playing over there.
Love. This is looking like a little bit more of a pickup for the Houston Volts. Since that end change, they've put together back-to-back games here. Oh, love that volley to the fence.
You can see over here playing the bajada over the fence and then approaching the net.
Again, another push down the line and another game for the Houston Volts. Now up 4-3.
Houston lead 4-3. First set. Time. Pati Yanguno to serve.
Houston Volts putting together back-to-back games, the break and then the hold.
Out.
They're now up 4-3.
Low 15.
They have to risk it for the biscuit. They did in those last two. A little more aggressive on the side of Rufo, as she is Still working those feet, ready for this next.
Fault.
And, Lorena and Rufo
Second
and
serve.
Claudia Jensen, they have won the last 9 points out of 10. So it's really good stats for Houston Bulls right now. It's the momentum.
Taking the tempo off, and I think surprising maybe just a
Love
bit in terms
30.
of a tempo change there for Kata Tenorio.
Yes, and we talked about assuming risk with your shots, but also with your position in the court. If you
Yeah.
are close to the net, when you play a lob and then you go to the front, then you put pressure also in your rival, and then it's more difficult to play low, to play with lobs, with play slowly. So I think Lorena and Claudia are also trying to do that.
It's not the only way to be aggressive is to hit a hard smash. The other way is with court positioning, like you just mentioned. So some different ways to add pressure to your opponent. Nice little cloud cover coming over now. About 85 degrees, high humidity. Flattened out, good chase. Rufo. Working on Yanguno. Oh, they took a step forward. Might not have been the time, but this is. There's such an assessment
30-all.
period where you have to sit and figure out exactly what shot. And they're just waiting kind of about that service line area, figuring out, do we back up? Do we move forward? Is the lob good enough? What is the counter shot coming back?
And they knew that the lob wasn't good enough, so they both go to the net, putting pressure on Lorena and Rufo. Lorena, instead of faking the smash, he decided to went for it and then to miss it. But now they will have to break points.
30-40.
2 break points now on the side of the Houston Volts. 30-40.
Remind, they were 3-2 down with a break down, and now they have the chance to be 5-3.
Fault.
The third break point for Houston. 1 out of 2 so far.
Big breeze coming in. Sending it back to Tenorio, the cross court. Step it across, shifting are the Arkansas Matrix. Working some of those faster lobs. Oh, what a ball. Pati Onguno coming away with it.
Use.
Really,
Golden
really
point.
good ball. Finding the angle, finding a really
Claudia
nice
Jensen
point.
to lose it.
saving the first break point, but another one, and it's the first goal point in the match.
Arkansas also up a break out in the men's match. They're up 4-3 in the first set. Good cover. Gold point here. Big power. Pati Onguno. 2
Game
feet within the service
Arkansas
line, picking
Matrix.
up the heavy smash.
4-all. First
Very
set.
well played by Patty. She doesn't smash that often, but you realize when
Lorena Rufo,
she do it,
to
she
serve.
does it. It's on a goal point, so it's so important for the team.
Pati winnings with some power. Oh, and that's easy power. Pati sending that por cuatro.
Lob 15.
Back-to-back points earned by her.
Lorena Rufo getting ahead of herself. She needs to decide pretty well when to smash. For example, we had in the 15-30 when she decided to smash when Patty and Kata were so close to the net.
Yeah.
Was the moment for the fake smash, and now I think she tried to win the point so fast. You know, after not taking advantage of the 2 break points.
15-all.
Pati walking away with an unforced error. You've been talking about some of those forced and unforced errors. It's been a little bit more settled here at the mid-range.
At the beginning, you need to adapt to the court, to the conditions, to your opponents, and then when you are adjusting, then you're adapt better to those conditions, not to those variables.
Imagine they start to reduce as there's a good smash. Rufo sends it contra pared. management. Back, good defense from Matrix. Chopping, making Jensen go cross court. Another fast lob. Kata Tenorio. Playing through the midcourt still. Drop. Finding some topspin and then backspin. The fence picked up. Brilliant block from Kata Tenorio. Oh, another beautiful forehand block, Kata Tenorio. Oh, and they close it off. A fantastic point from all four parties.
Yeah, but they had to play perfect. Lorena Ruffo and Claudia Jensen to won that rally, as the placement from Patty and Kata was so good. And then Kata Tenorio that was blocking all the balls coming to her, but it was impossible. No, the ball from Lorena Ruffo, really close to the fence, down the line. Impressive shot.
So impressive. Men's matchup now at 5-3 in favor of the Arkansas Matrix. Oh. Clean half volley from Kata Tenorio. She's getting aggressive with her court positioning. Matrix continuing to lob well.
Serio.
Incredible from Patty, because she just go to the middle poaching to the other side, leave the her position, and surprise Claudia Jensen because she switched the direction directly to her backhand volley.
You got to pick and choose the right times to redirect those volleys. Arkansas Matrix now with a break point. Again, the men also in the lead out on our grandstand. 5-3, set one there. Chance to find their second break in this match. Good hustle. Try to get them while they're still out of position. Now they're back to neutral. Attempting to quickly go over the top of the Matrix, but again, just controlling the play here. Closing down, Rufo.
They're playing so many lobs against Lorena Ruffo, especially against her left shoulder, forcing her to just place the bandeja or the rulo. She's not able to play the fastest smash, and they are getting so many points. It's 8 errors from Lorena Ruffo so far.
It's wild. We've got ourselves now at our golden point, the second in this matchup. Oh, there's one block, and it's sent right back. Golden point to the hold for Houston, fighting one off.
Houston lead 5-4, first set. Ball change. New balls. Cata Tenorio to serve. with new
5-4
balls.
here for the Houston Volts. Another tournament update for you. San Diego won the mixed against the Los Angeles Beat. However, Los Angeles Beat had already taken the 2 games needed to pick up the series win, but that one closes out 2-1 in favor of LA. Good smash. Oh, beautifully done, Pati Unguno. Fending it off. Point to the matrix.
Directly
And a
to
big
the
one.
highlights. Really good. From Pati Yaguno from outside the court, and it's so good that she was able to throw the ball against her own side of the court. Lorena Rufo even touches, but then Cata Tenorio was ready to take the point.
So smart, so smart. Claudia Jensen
15
looking
love.
to her partner. Showing her the encouragement now, 15-all. Houston a break away from taking set 1. Tough one for Rufo. Trying to fight that off before the glass.
30-15.
Oof.
It's this solid game from Yaguno and Tenorio. If we take a look at the stats, it's 13 errors in total, the side of Houston Bulls.
Wow. It's a lot. As opposed to the other side?
The other side, we have also many errors. It's also 13 errors as well from Arkansas Matrix. So it's more about the errors from the winners sometimes. Depends on the styles, how they are playing. It's more about the winners. But here, this match, because of the conditions, because how they are playing, is more about who's more regular, who make less mistakes.
Arkansas Matrix surviving, finding their 5th,
Arkansas.
putting us now at
Matrix.
5-all.
For example,
5-all.
for myself, this is a forced error because it's difficult to
Claudia
return
Jensen to
that
serve.
ball, but it's not like a direct winner from Pati Yaguno, and it's because how she plays the ball over there. For the understanding of how they are playing, no more try to move around the opponent, trying to play with a lot of lobs. And see over here, even if Lorena Rufo is an incredible player and the offense, she plays so good with the smash, she are playing a lot of lobs against her because she's missing some bandeja, so they know that if they keep pushing over there, they will find a way to win the match.
So they look to continue the pressure that direction. Again, Claudia Jensen in a bit of a corner. Tough in terms of the vision. Oh, beautiful pickup from Rufo. Tenorio finds the block before the glass and a great pickup.
15
Arkansas Matrix playing very well here. It's 15-all now at 5-all. Getting the scoreboard updated for you. Sending that to the corner.
15-30.
15-30. This would be a huge break for the Arkansas Matrix if they could find it here. Off to a good start here.
It's pretty even in both teams. 1 break out of 4 break points for both, and 1 goal point for each team.
Trying to back out of that ball off the glass. Tough spot for Kata Tenorio. 30-all. Big moments here. Who can secure the advantage? Outstretched Rufo on the recovery. Flattening that high backhand off the glass.
Kata decided to play safe, staying at the back of the court instead of going to the net.
Continues to stay at the back. See when she closes down. Still staying at the back. Once more, full chase, and Yanguno finds a hammock.
40-30.
Done by Lorena Rufo. It was close. But Patti Yaguno, it's difficult because everything happened so fast for her.
It's a big spot here for the Houston Volts, up 40-30.
It's interesting that Kata decided to stay at the back for the whole rally. Then it's more difficult to win the point. No?
Back there, yeah. Breeze blowing in, drop shot, point for Houston. Game for Houston,
Volts.
now up 6-5.
Houston Bolts lead 6 games to 5. Patti Yaguno to serve.
Houston Volts here with the lead in set 1, up 6-5. Matrix on serve. Closing down, great read, Patti Yanguno.
15-love.
The setup from her partner. Update for you. Arkansas in the men's matchup taking set 1, 6-3, now up 1-0 in the second set. Ladies still battling for this first set. Popping that one right out of the court. Rufo
15-all.
putting us at 15-all. A break here would be a set win for the Houston Volts.
Tough moment. They have a lot of experience, but still, it's not easy to not easy to play these points because you know that it will be over, as you said, if
They
Houston
earned the
get the break.
Ooh. Interesting
30-15.
decision there.
But they both went to the net
Yeah.
with that chiquita from Claudia Jensen. Probably they talked about it before with the receive. It's important, the communication with your partner. Try to tell her what you're about to do. So it gives you a little advantage. But if you communicate something, you have to do it.
Must execute. There's the cutoff again. That play continues to work for the Arkansas
40-15.
Matrix. Patti Yanguno just choosing the right time, having Kata Tenorio in the back.
Yeah, helping her partner. Kata usually stay at the back, Patti more at the front. Some players play like that. No, the left player try to poach to her side, try to take advantage of any ball that goes to the middle, and the other one stay at the back, trying to help her.
Matrix
Game.
coming away with the
Arkansas.
game and evening this now at 6-all.
6-all.
Brings us to a
Tiebreak.
tiebreak. This tiebreak being just played to 7 points. Talk about a quick sprint. This is about a 40-meter dash instead of the 100-yard sprint.
The tie break. Some players are so good playing these tie breaks because it's about the details. Some players play even better in this tie break because of the motion, because you know that it's so close, the set. Every point is so important.
Let's see who will step up to the challenge in this one. Perfect lob on the return to start for the Matrix. Now it's the opposite. Tenorio at the net. Yunguno now choosing to close as well. Shifting. Rufo. There's the smash she's been looking for. Shifting just enough to find that on the right side of her body.
1-0.
First point to Houston.
Houston. Fault.
Oh, ouch.
That must hurt.
Claudia Jensen just took one right off the arm and back. Trying to wipe it off, I think it hit her just right in the back of the shoulder. And Patti Yunguno is actually icing it for her now on the side of the court. A little sportsmanship as they chuckle.
Yeah, great image over there.
If you impart the pain, I guess you have to help out on the recovery.
Yeah. I mean, of course, she didn't want to hit Claudia Jensen, but need to play against the line of the body, so it's more difficult to recover that ball.
1-1. Good defense. Lots of court though. Matrix having to switch sides. Patti looking for the side. Fast lob and it's out.
2-1.
Well played, and even on the opposite side of the court. Patti Yunguno finding herself in the drive. Kata Tenorio on the backhand.
Claudia Jensen to serve.
Patti needs to help Tenorio. I think Tenorio is not moving that much. It's staying at the back of the court, and it's Patti the one that covering the most part of the court.
Well, so far it's working. They just picked up one more. 3-1.
Matrix.
Just the first set here. Still at least one to go. See how long both these teams can hang on. Yunguno fighting with the back glass. Can't believe it, the volley just sitting on her forehand.
3-2.
Yeah, because it was an easy forehand for Patti Yunguno. She was saying to herself now that she should have played with the flat volley instead of slide one, because when the ball comes fast, it's better to play with flat effect than with the slide or top spin.
Just taught me something new.
And it's better if you do a short movement instead of a long movement, then you can reach the ball in time.
Rufo finding the top of the net. So why is it better to play with the flat volley?
Because when the ball's coming fast against you, and if you play with a slide, probably you won't reach the ball in time, and the ball will go directly high to the. Could be like it's a slow ball, and it's easier for the counter attack for the other team, Also, you can't control that well, and it's a flat volley, but also a short movement. You know, just when the ball is approaching you so fast, it's better just to block it. No, block it with the forehand and also with the backhand.
Makes sense. So short and condensed movements, try and reduce the amount of time and speed of your racket to be able to block that ball back.
And some players has the ability to play with the slide effect, but for that you have to play so good because you have to play in the middle of your racket, and you could do it, but I wouldn't recommend it in general.
Peter, if you say don't do it, I won't do it. A little finesse on the side of the matrix, up 5-2.
Alcanzó. Matrix. Lorena Rufo.
Hey,
to
fantastic.
serve.
First half of this tie break. Actually, we're just playing to 7, so 3/4 of the way through now, at least for the matrix.
I think Kata
5-3.
touches twice,
Alcanzó.
so it's 5-3. Or 3-5.
6-3.
6-3 here on the miss
Alcanzó.
from Houston.
Matrix.
6-3 brings us to a set point
Cata Tenorio to serve.
for the Arkansas matrix. Oh, tries to fake it with a little pop ball.
6-4. Alcanzó.
It was a good idea because Lorena Rufo was approaching the net, but then the direction it wasn't that good. It was directly to Lorena. She was ready to play that ball down the line.
Left
Set
fault.
point remains.
Second service.
I'll have a few looks at it here for the Arkansas matrix. Letting Patty chase that one down. Oh, trying to dive to save it. Another set point fended off.
6-5. Alcanzó.
Second.
Matrix.
And they had the service. Now it's more
Claudia
difficult
Jensen to
because they
serve.
start at the back.
Rufo picks up another,
6-all.
putting us at 6-all. 3 straight for the Houston Volts.
The 9th smash from Rufo. Everything happened in this cross-court fight between Patti Jaguno and Lorena Rufo. If we take a look at the stats, it's like the points are either errors from Rufo or winners from Rufo, but also Patti Jaguno, she has 8 winners in the game, also 3 smashes won.
I love it. Peter over here, my statistician. But it gives you such a great insight into exactly how this is playing out. You can start to kind of feel the ebbs and the flows. However, once you look down at the numbers, the picture becomes so much clearer.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something objective that helps you a lot, no, with to analyze the
Second
game.
service.
So you have both. You have the stats and also the criteria that has to be based on something.
6-all here in the tiebreak. Must win by 2. So we played a 7. Now 8. 3 set points fended off by the Houston Volts.
Oh, what a ball!
undercutting, what a
Incredible.
ball. So well
7-6.
done.
Alcanzó
Cata Tenorio
Matrix.
coming up with an absolute stinger down the line.
And no one expected that ball.
She did.
Yeah, except for her, yeah.
Patti Jaguno to serve.
Their 4th chance at a set point here for the Arkansas matrix. Ball out of bounds, and the first set to the Arkansas matrix.
Game.
The 4th set
Arkansas
point,
Matrix.
they got it. 7-6 for Arkansas
7-6.
Matrix.
First set.
A look to the white group now. This was actually at the start of our day, so this is how these 5 teams closed out day number 1. There are 2 groups in action for these 10 franchises. Las Vegas Smash and Florida Goats picking up wins yesterday. They've also, Florida Goats picking up another win today, so a big one. As you now look to the gold group, the Los Angeles Beat with a win on the day yesterday, as well as the Arkansas Matrix. Imagine Arkansas going up 2-0 as they have just picked up set 1 here for the women's match. The men's match also looking slightly in favor right now of the Arkansas Matrix as they took set number 1, 6-3, and are in second set action now at 3-2 in favor of the Arkansas Matrix. The Houston Volts at that 1-1 spot. They are in need of a second win. The Miami Padel Club, we'll see them in action later on today. They face off against that number 1 spot of the Los Angeles Beat. That will be our last and final match of the day.
And even the one we've seen that every team that got the 3 wins is the team that go to the semifinals. For example, Arkansas got 2 wins, 2 losses, and it was out. They were third in the group.
Yeah, you're really rolling the dice if you go 2-2. That makes you a little nervous.
Yeah.
Of course, from both of these groups, just the top 2 teams will move on to the semifinals for this second event. We saw that play out in event 1. That will be on Saturday. So fun, though, as you get into those semifinal matchups, because you know you have to come up with a win. Everyone wanting to find championship Sunday. Ultimately, it came down to the Las Vegas Smash and the Miami Padel Club. Miami just an absolute runaway, trying so hard to slow them down. But a little bit of a different look here in event number 2. Miami is going to have to fight pretty hard through this rest of group play to find themselves back at the top.
Yeah, for example, LA and Arkansas are the first teams in the group, but they didn't get to the semifinals in the first event. So it's so interesting how they are playing now. No, they with the same team more or less. For Arkansas, it's completely the same. For the LA, it's the same as well. They are able at least in the first two
days,
the
early
yeah,
stages.
Yeah.
And it's interesting as well because when you think about the teams that made it to the semifinals, they are playing Saturday and sometimes even and also playing that Sunday, because even if you lose in the semis, you're playing that 3rd and 4th place match Sunday morning. So you can imagine the teams that don't make it out of group, they get an extra 2 days rest before coming in to Tuesday's action. Actually 3 days, as with the Monday was a day off. So a different of a few days rest for some of these teams.
Also something to take into account. And for example, for Miami, they don't count with Ari Sanchez for this week, and for Las Vegas, they don't count with Marta Ortega.
So missing a few names on the roster. Fantastic start for the Arkansas Matrix, working all the way to the tiebreak in set 1, coming away with it 8-6. In terms of that tiebreak score, 7-6 on the set score. Trying to find the block, cutting underneath of that.
Very well played by Patilla Uno, forcing the error from Rufo, playing a powerful shot against her body.
Second service.
High lob from Tenorio. Oh, closing down. Rufo, we talked about so much in set 1. What would you like to see from her here in set 2?
Well, I think that she needs to reduce the numbers of errors, try to be patient when they are placing the lob against her, and look for this counter attack. Try to stay close to the net, trying to put pressure with her position, and also with the shots, with the volley. Here, like this one, for example, playing the chiquita and then coming to the net alongside Claudia Jensen.
30-all. Finding the fence there.
Oh.
Por tres. Pati Yonguno.
40-30.
Very well played by Patty. With the technique, with a powerful shot, just using the wall, trying to reach the top of the wall.
So what you talked about technique, maybe give our audience a bit of a lesson. What about her technique stands out?
Well, it depends when this, in this case, for example,
Yeah.
it's the top spin effect. You have to play with the racket from the left to the right, and try to reach the ball at the top of your head, looking for the top of the wall. Then it's better, because if you reach the top of the wall, then it's easier to get the ball out of the court.
That was perfectly described. I like it. From left to right at the highest peak and trying to find the top of the glass to send that ball out of bounds. First game to the Arkansas Matrix, and your first paddle lesson, maybe. You give a few lessons, don't you?
Yeah.
No?
I mean, I think it's good to have the match, and for the new people that are watching us, that are watching these matches, not to try to explain some concepts of paddle. And of course, if you want to interact, you can ask in YouTube what is the.
Yeah, if you got questions for Peter, throw it in the chat. Let's see what we can find. Maybe somebody's got something for you. Start pulling it up now.
To serve.
He might be quicker.
I'm doing also this in the Spanish channel, so.
How interactive have people been in the Spanish channel in terms of asking you questions?
Well, yeah, they are, because we read some messages and everything. Then the people talk with from where they are watching us, and they ask questions, especially about when Tapia is gonna play, and also about
they just want to know the schedule.
Yeah, they know the schedule, and they also try to interpret some of the games. But it's true that they'll come out more about how's the format, when we will see Tolito or Ari Sanchez and the big names in the sport. And you know that you have also the Spanish channel. If you don't have to listen in English, you also have another broadcast in Spanish, so you can decide either in Spanish or in English.
Got a lot of voices coming at you. Of course, this is the first pro paddle league in North America. Getting a chance to bring the world's best right here to the United States. We'll be in Los Angeles for our next two events in mid-August. We got a chance to see them in person. Book your ticket to LA. Nice volley back to the side.
40-30.
40-30 here.
From 40 love to 40-30 would be a good chance for Arkansas to get the first break point of this second set.
Oof, good ball, Rufo. And another.
Out.
Those are pretty flat coming back off the glass. Game to Houston.
And Patty tried to look
Second set.
for the ball down the line. It's really
Patty
difficult
Yaguno to
because
serve.
the ball was from Lorena Rufo, so switching to the other direction is more difficult when the ball is coming to one direction, then you switch to the other. It's easier if you are playing, for example, Patty against Claudia Jensen, to continue playing down the line.
Ooh. High ball. That's a good ball. Rufo.
Love 15.
This is what they need, high lob, and then try to approach the net. We can see over here Lorena Rufo playing that high lob, and then coming to the net to surprise Cata Tenorio.
Patty trying to find the fast smash. Currently still ranked in the top 20 in the world as an individual. That ball just skidding off the side glass.
15-30.
15-30.
So important to increase the speed of the ball, to play with this flat forehand volley, trying to surprise, because if you play all the time at the same speed, then the opponents get used to your rhythm, and then it's more easy to defend. If you break the rhythm, if you change the speed, then they can't get used to your balls, and then it's more difficult to start the counterattack.
It feels as if the Arkansas Matrix probably have that tactic down to a T, just based off of the amount of experience they have on a paddle court.
And they also know how to adapt the moment style, no, to different teams. But I think they feel especially comfortable playing slowly, trying to move them around and not risking that much.
So tough to have to play against a team like the Arkansas Matrix. You have to be patient, you have to find long rallies, and then you have to risk it.
So exhausting mentally and physically.
Just like that, another.
40-30.
Trying to create opportunities is just so tough.
But Patty Yaguno, it's pretty impressive so far in the second set already. 5 winners for her.
Jeez.
She got 8 winners in the whole first set in the 13 games, and just 3 games, already 5.
Patty Yaguno started playing paddle at a
Game.
really young age.
Arkansas
You can see why
Matrix.
she is as good as she is. Now up 2-1, the Arkansas Matrix.
Arkansas Matrix lead 2 games to 1. Second set.
Fun match to watch here on our championship court between these two
15 love.
teams, just absolutely battling it out. As you now look to the grandstand, a chance to see the men's matchup also underway. The first set going to Gonzalo Rubio as well as Mario del Castillo. Houston with the serve here in the second set, down 4-5.
Oh,
Very low.
everything is so close. This is the 10th game, a dangerous game. They need to win this serve for sure. If not, they will lose the match.
Of course, Arkansas women picking up the 7-6 in the first. This would be huge. Arkansas, we were really impressed with what they put together in event 1. They weren't able to break group, but they definitely surprised, I think, a couple teams. And so far, they already have a win over Miami.
30-15.
Looking to pick up a win potentially here against Houston.
Now, the main problem that they have is they have here just 4 players, so they have to play every match.
They're exhausted.
Yeah.
They don't, no doubt, need a cold tub.
They also have Iñigo Jofre, but he didn't come here
Serio?
so far. He will go to LA, so they have to play all the matches. Also, we have here Charlie Moon, but he's doing more as a coach so far.
Look now as they continue to figure out what's going on the grandstand. Resolve a
What is
problem. Some funny moments between these two.
We can see the face from Claudia Jensen. Couldn't believe it.
They're still laughing at the back of the court right now. 40-30. Communication between the Volts. They send that one to the sun. There's the block. Rufo over the top of Jensen. Couple cross court as she catches Patty Unguno trying to chase it back to the corner.
Game.
There's the game for the
Houston
Houston
Volts.
Volts.
2-all. Second set.
I don't know what's got the Houston Volts giggling, but they can't stop laughing right now.
Yeah,
Tenorio.
absolutely. That's so good. It's some way to face this momentum with tension. So it's good to smile always inside the court.
It's love 30 here
Ooh.
for the Houston Volts. This is looking like it could be a break and a match potentially on the side of the Arkansas Matrix.
Just 2 points far away from victory.
Make it 15-30. Pablo Garcia on the serve. There's Mario. Rubio on the right side. Del Castillo on the left. Make it 30-all. High but shallow lob, not what they're looking for.
Now the win is against them, and they try to play the lob, but it's not paying off.
3 straight points for the Volts here. Gonzalo Rubio heading off the court, now back on. They got to change the momentum. Both on it for the Arkansas Matrix. Following it in. Oh, diving save, Mario Del Castillo. What a play. He has to come away with it. Brilliant.
Really good from Mario del Castillo, and he instantly asked for receiving this goal point, the match point as well, everything point.
I mean, after you make that play, I'd want the ball in my hand too. Tough serve off the side glass. Garcia stepping in front there. Finds good block. And another.
They got it.
The Arkansas Matrix picking up the match and picking up a point in the series.
Incredible performance once again by Mario del Castillo and Gonzalo Rubio.
Rufo to serve.
3-2 the set score here in the second, as Arkansas now leads the series 1-0, with the men picking up the win over the Houston Volts. 6-3, 6-4 was the men's score.
Hold. Second service. Hold. Primer service. First service.
There's that change of pace, the right idea from the Houston Volts. Kata Tenorio also making a wardrobe change.
It's interesting that at the benches they were talking about saving some energy to get the break in the bench of Arkansas. So it seems that they are a little bit tired and they want to wait for the perfect moment to give everything.
That's a fair point. Tough ball.
Very low.
Again, it takes a toll on your body having to play this style of paddle. And especially for the Arkansas Matrix, I mean, this is not the easiest thing to have to do. To stay this patient in these points takes a wear on not just your legs, your mentality, your entire body, really.
And when you are physically exhausted, it's more difficult, no? To maintain the patience, to maintain the control.
Very low.
Because you just want to end the point, to end your suffering, so...
End your suffering.
Yeah. Something like that. When you're so exhausted and you have this tension, like you just want to end the point. And sometimes you suffer in the court.
40-15.
Well, that's so interesting, because even if they would drop the second here, they're going, well, we'd only have the super tiebreak. We'll just roll the dice and head off to the super tiebreak and play 10 hard points as hard as we possibly can. Interesting.
So they come with that. It would be more difficult, no? If in the minds they have that, okay, we will have another whole set to play.
Oh, it changes the game completely.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, incredible now. How he switched the direction. Kata Tenorio, what a player.
She's been fun to watch. I still will think back to that winner she had down the line that surprised everybody. No one saw that coming. .40-30, Houston Volts.
To continue with that lob through the corner.
Going back to Rufo. Oh, the block turns into a lob. Even there, managing her time. Awaiting. Yonguno absolutely dictating this point. Yonguno. Again, sending this cross court. Oh,
Using the side wall.
brilliant ball, but can't close it off.
Deuce. Golden point.
Houston just so frustrated, bringing us to a golden point. They may not need the tiebreak.
Yeah, let's see. This, for me, I would say it's the most important point of the match. This whole point, because if Arkansas take it, I think they will have like 80% of the match.
Kata Tenorio to receive.
There were 2, I believe, golden points in the first set.
Yeah,
Now just the first here.
the first goal point and also the first break point.
Figuring out exactly how they want to approach this. Rufo and Jensen.
3 points in a row for Matrix. We're 40 love. Seems that it was a comfortable game, but not anymore.
Oh, high off the fence. Good ball, Claudia Jensen.
Game.
Coming away with the game.
Houston Volts.
Very
3-all,
well
second
played
set.
by Claudia Jensen, looking for the fence, a goal point. Look at this. And I think was the confusion between Kata Tenorio and Patti Yaguno, because that ball from Lorena Rufo wasn't good. They had the opportunity to try to risk a little bit more. It was a good ball for trying to get the winner, but then they just passed the ball once again, and in this case, Claudia Jensen was the one
Patti
who got
Yaguno
the
to
point.
serve.
Claudia Jensen, just
Play.
18 years old. She stands at 5'2". She's a little one,
Yeah.
but she plays big.
She's so fast. So
Yes. She at one point was the youngest player to reach the semifinals of the World Padel Tour. She's currently ranked in the top 10.
not bad.
Not bad.
Love 15.
I think the majority of this match, you keep wondering for Houston, when will they kind of turn the page and find exactly the level of execution and the level that they are looking for against this team who loves to control the pace and the strategy of play.
15-all.
They need to choose the momentum pretty well. I mean, when you are doing so great, then you need to keep going, maintain the level, and when it's not your momentum, it's the opponents, then try to reduce the errors, try to wait for your opportunity. And they will have the chance to get the break. They have to take the advantage. Wow!
Great ball. Claudia Jensen coming out the door,
15-30.
finding the net on the other side.
Incredible movement with her racket. It was impressive. Look at this. That's directly to the net.
That first set, 7-6. Houston's been no doubt in this, just haven't found a way to change the tide. They could find it here in the second, though. Fought off Rufo. Once more. That was a two-handed overhead.
It's crazy. How is the point alive?
Oh, another good stab. Really changing the pace, excuse me. Finding the side fence, Jensen
15-40.
walking away with it as she finds herself on the backhand side.
Now it's Houston Balls, the ones that get 3 break points.
Arkansas
15-40.
Matrix fighting right now. Not only their opponent, but the physicality.
Out.
First one fended off.
30-40.
30-40. Break point still available. Pick up at the foot of Tenorio. Oh, sends that into the top of the net.
Game.
Unforced error in the game for the Houston Volts.
Houston
Break.
Balls. Houston Balls lead 4 games to 3. Second set.
Normal, más despacio, porque de la bola sale disparada. Sí, esto es porque juega muy plano, ¿sabes? Entonces la pongo así todo el rato y entonces la baja bien, pero yo no sé darle plano. En vez de tirarle por abajo, le repetiría.
Ahora el globo tirado se queda. Oíste, ese lado se queda.
A mí esto los dos primeros puntos se queda atrás ya y ya no la. Yo le repetiría doble. Estás tirando más firme, mucho más. Vale, cuidado que se frena ahora el globo, ¿vale? Cuidado que se frena, tirarlo fuerte. Tirarlo fuerte. Vale, seguimos luchando con todos los. ¿Sabes qué tenemos que comprar luego? Gelecitos de estos de. Vale, yo te compro todo lo que tú quieras.
Vamos a ver el partido, ¿vale?
Vamos. Te hago todo lo que tú quieras. Vamos, así. Vamos, 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 vamos. Ojo a ver si te voy a tomar la palabra, ¿eh? Te están grabando. Hostia, hostia. Hola, Yes. Yes, te quiero. Vamos aquí, ¿eh? Vamos aquí. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Vamos, ¿eh? Equipo, ¿eh? Va. Vamos, ¿eh? Vamos, tío, ¿eh? Vamos, equipo, ¿eh? Gracias.
Claudia Jensen to serve. New balls.
Finding the first break in the second set, the Houston Volts. Don't forget,
15
Arkansas
love.
took set 1. So if Houston walks away with the second, we go to the super tiebreak.
And
30 love.
interesting how the team tried to help Patti Yaguno and Cata Tenorio, giving different perspective of how they should play. Talking about the errors that Lorena Rufo and Claudia are making, so insisting in this patience, no, to wait for the opportunity, to
15.
work the point, to continue, because it's important when you get the break down, then sometimes you start thinking, okay, maybe I should change something, and it's important to have someone to remind you, no, you are playing great. They just did it better this time, but you should continue with your style because you won the first set because you are doing great.
40-15.
You make a really good assessment because it's like a snap judgment is what we might call it. Like, oh, this isn't working. Let's change it immediately. However, what you've been doing has been working. It just finally dropped off one time.
Yeah.
Some good play on the opposite side.
Actually, they got the break. They got the break with a goal point.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't make it, but it was so close for them.
Out. 40-30.
Sometimes this happens. No? When you have the break point, you don't take advantage of the break point, and the next game, then you got the break.
The break on the opposite side. We saw that in the first set with this matchup. Rufo, the backcourt again. Forcing her to play that backhand. 3 straight from her, cutting that one down. Flipping it back across. Jensen trying to come up with the behind her back.
40 all.
Oh, bringing us back to a golden point
Golden point.
and a break point.
Another break point from Patti and Cata Tenorio.
They truly are just kind of hanging out at the back of the court, forcing
Patti
the opportunity
Yaguno
to come
to
about
receive.
late in some of these rallies.
And Claudia tried to surprise them, but then if Patti reached it, then it will happen, the counterattack.
There's the golden point
Game,
to
Houston
Houston,
Bolts.
taking advantage
Houston
of the
Bolts
break
lead.
they had just found.
5
5-3.
games to 3. Second set.
In this case, the lobby wasn't good from Patti Yaguno. We can see over here. So the ball was so close to her, and so she couldn't play a
Cata
good lob.
Tenorio to receive.
Lorena Rufo
To serve.
over there, she usually get the point. It's just how it is.
You're just joining us. We've got a slate of matches today. New York and Cancun just around the corner. That will be our 4th match of the day. Las Vegas and Toronto, and the 5th, Los Angeles and Miami close out the day. There's the strength. Powerful Patti coming back.
15 love.
First, she faked the smash, and then with a comfortable ball, decided to play a very good ball. So, very well played by Patti.
Show you one thing, do another. Like smoke and mirrors, Patti Yaguno. Rufo doing some side steps right now at the back of the court. And they are just stretching her from right to left, forward to backward. She almost just played in the entirety of her side of the court, touching every corner. That is a heck of a strike.
Tenorio.
Cata Tenorio.
Yeah, it is. And especially when the ball touches the fence, it's more complicated to defend it. So when you play against the back wall, the idea is to reach the fence and not the side wall.
Oh, the drop. Scooped. Scooped again. The game to the Arkansas Matrix. Still a lot of life in those rackets. Now trailing 4-5.
Lead. 5 games to 4. Second set.
Venga, va, va.
No estamos tan lejos, Pati. Vamos ahora. Si vamos puntos de oro, aquí hemos vuelto a tener puntos de oro. O sea, no estamos tan lejos, ¿eh? Estamos ahí.
Mucho, la bandejita esa paralela por el revés de...
Sí.
Tampoco corta mucho la bola de revés.
Además le esperamos por abajo, no me repite luego.
Vamos a forzarle a que nos den los puntos. Cata, vamos a forzarle a que nos den los puntos.
Sí.
Vamos a forzarle que nos da puntos. ¿Eh?
Estuvo para la oleada de revés también estuvo paralelo y por abajo.
Time.
Control firme porque entra bien.
No, pero que tape ahí, chao. O sea, no, bicho, yo te tapo. Yo me lo meto, pero te tapo. Y valiente, ¿no? No me va a jugar valiente ahora. Vamos a animar ahora. Disfruta este juego, ¿eh? Disfrútalo. Vamos a copiar.
Lorena Rufo to serve.
Solid hold from the Arkansas Matrix. Played that last game so well. There's just not enough time.
15 love.
Strong smash. Rufo.
Well, I had the chance before. Arkansas got the goal point and take it. And it's just 3 points far away from Houston Bulls to get the set. Oh, out of the court with the lob.
30 love.
Patsy just throws her hand against the back glass. The spin of this doing no favors for the Arkansas Matrix. This just popped right out.
She couldn't do anything because of the sun. So she said that she couldn't see the ball, so let the ball bounce and it just went out.
2 points away, Houston Volts, from sending this to a super tie break. Ultra high lob again. Dealing with the sun there. Patiunguno. Houston. Rufo. Quick hands. Kata Tenorio.
30-15.
Every game, Houston Ball start 30 love or 40 love, and then Arkansas started to come back, start
They
to
climb
win.
back in.
Yeah, slowly.
It's like the ex that just keeps calling you.
Yeah, and they got 2 goal points actually.
Oh, again.
Look at that.
Kata Tenorio
30 all.
with a sliver of a line.
And you can see over there how Lorena Rufo stepped to the middle and she didn't expect the ball from Cata Tenorio.
$40-30.
Rufo has seen, what would you say, about 75% of the shots and the play?
Yeah, or even 70%, I would say.
Fault.
Okay, 5% difference.
Second.
That's to say something. No, okay. I buy it. Okay.
Set point.
65%.
65. Yeah, 68. Set point here for the Houston Volts. Very acrobatic from
Game.
Kata Tenorio, but the set
And set.
going the direction of the Houston
Houston
Volts,
Volts.
bringing us to our second super tie break
6-4.
here in day 2.
Qué locos, ¿eh? Bien, Lore, ¿eh? Mucho tú, ¿eh? Mucho tú, joder, va. Tú sola, ¿eh? Todo tú sola. Vamos, ¿eh? Está valiendo con el puta madre. Va, vamos. Dale, ¿eh? Sigue igual, sigue igual, sigue igual. Vamos, ¿eh? Vamos, ¿eh? Vamos, ¿eh? Vamos, ¿eh? Sí, sí, sí. Saco, ¿eh? Sí, sí, sí.
Y aquí, aparte de táctica, es un poco la que más crees.
Sí, sí, sí. Hay que creer, ¿no? Y tengo unas ganas
Hay que creer, ¿eh? Sabemos sufrir más, ¿eh? Ya no es táctica, que también, que ya es un poquito más cuestión de
Ponle un punto de agua, ganas,
Estamos ahí, de poder, de darle cuerpo, vamos a hacer esfuerzo, vamos a hacer, no te vas a jugar muy selectivo.
Venga, va.
No te pido. ¿Qué hicimos, Ivara?
Vamos, ¿eh?
Ah, tú eliges o 10 puntitos o el mucho conmigo, ¿eh? Toma, todo lo...
Vale. Vamos, ¿eh? Dale para ti, ¿eh?
Podemos ganar o perder, podemos ganar o perder, no pasa nada. Estamos ahí todos padres, ganamos o perdemos. Pero vamos a
Lo damos todo, ¿eh? Lo damos todo.
eso es, nos vamos cada partida de aquí. Lo estamos haciendo, igual ni menos. Estamos jugando al padre, estamos jugando bien, vamos a creer. Vamos a creer. Vamos, aparte, no tenemos punto allá, ¿eh? Ahí también nos ayuda el equipo, ¿eh?
Venga, ¿eh?
Nuestro punto nosotros, ¿eh? Vamos a 10, vamos a ganar, ¿eh? Vamos,
Fue al baño, fue al baño. Fue al baño. Jensen, Claudia.
No, antes, apenas terminó.
Super tie break. Cata Tenorio to serve.
Oh man, this is getting good. We head to the super tiebreak now. Arkansas leading the series 1-0. The men picked up the match. This super tiebreak just being played to 10 points. Houston Volts with a nice response in set 2. Waiting off the block. Yanguno. This is the moment for the Arkansas Matrix to find what they have left in the tank. You gotta dig deep right now if you're the Arkansas Matrix.
Arkansas Matrix.
The pressure is for Houston Bolts because they need the win to force the
Mixed matchup.
mixed matchup.
An unreal lob. Looks like Houston maybe trying to change the pace of play here. Rufo checking her racket in disbelief.
2-0.
A little too much slippage on that.
Here was a really good action from Melania Rufo, but then after that is forehand volley and the unforced error from her. 2 errors, 2 points for Matrix.
Fighting off back to back. Yunguno trying to put on her track shoes.
2-1.
But great action
Arkansas
from Lorena Rufo,
Matrix.
waiting for the perfect momentum to try to strike hard and get the point. After 2 errors, then she decides to take another
Pantillaguno to
point.
serve.
2-1. Tenorio choosing to come up to the net. Nice ball.
2-0.
Brings us to 2-0.
They got the mini break back. Remind everyone, this super tiebreak is to 10 points.
Fault. Second service.
In the VIP area, you can see Ivancho warming up for the next match for the mixed doubles.
Oh, Patty Yunguno.
3-2. Arkansas
Brilliant.
Matrix.
Baby angle, but a big point. 3-2. Make it 2-3 now.
Lorena
Houston with the
Rufo
serve.
to serve.
Mario del Castillo saying to Cata Tenorio that we believe you can do it.
That time rolling it off her racket, finding the topspin. 4-2.
4-2. Arkansas Matrix.
2 points for Arkansas, 2 points for Houston, and another 2 points for Matrix.
Just trading back and forth at this point. You can see what's coming up next as the New York Atlantics are about to take the court against the Cancun Waves. Cancun having taken a loss yesterday, the first match of the day, to Toronto. It was 0-3. This is their first and only match on our day 2, as well as for New York.
Cancun Waves, the runner-up champions from last year. This year is not a
So
good year
far,
so far.
it has not gone their direction, but it's still early.
Yeah, that's true.
Come
That's
on,
true.
it's just day 2 of event 2.
Yeah, I know.
Who knows what's going to happen in Los Angeles?
And they have Alejandra Salazar.
Yeah.
So, long run.
Yep. Trying to dig. 5-2. The Matrix just won't go away.
100% sure that Pati Yaguno is the
Cata Tenorio to
MVP for
serve.
this match. Doesn't matter what happened, if Houston Bulls win. Anyway, I don't
She
care.
gets the trophy regardless.
She gets the trophy, yeah.
Fault. Second service.
It's pretty even with Lorena Rufo, but
Yeah. Rufo's been very tough in this battle.
sorry, she won 2 goal points with the smash.
Fantastic. Oh, she found 2 fantastic balls to
6-2.
transition the net, and then the ball back
Arkansas
over the
Matrix.
top of her head.
And a mistake, and now it's 4 points in a row for Matrix.
Again, we played a 10 in the super tie break.
Just
Houston has to have this. Score 6-2 here. Oh, por 3.
7-2.
Cata
Arkansas
Tenorio.
Matrix.
Make it
Claudia
5
Jensen to serve.
straight points for the Arkansas Matrix. That one had a bit of an exclamation mark behind it. Score 7-2.
nice block.
Cata Tenorio. What a save. Lob back.
Oh, to the fence.
Bummer.
7-3.
Really great points anyway in the
Arkansas
defense.
Matrix.
Saving 2 really difficult balls, as we can see over here. And they continue. Lorena, Rufo, and Claudia Jensen, they got the point. With an end of these 5 points in a row for Matrix.
Ending the 5-0 run. Houston Volts down by 4. 3-7. Playing slow. Giving Rufo no tempo to work with. Good communication on the side of the Matrix. tough on some of those lobs, but that one finished off again. Kata Tenorio.
8-3.
Wow.
Arkansas
Two
Matrix.
smashes out of the court from Kata Tenorio in this super tie break.
Felt like in set 2 it was
Patty
Patty
Bruno,
showing
two
off her power. This time Kata's saying, hey, don't forget about me. 8-3 for the Arkansas Matrix. Oh, you could see the bobble
8-4.
and a racket. A4.
Arkansas Matrix. Change.
Find the end change here. Houston trailing 4-8. Arkansas picks up this women's match. They pick up the series win.
Recordamos el globo, hemos cambiado de lado, ¿eh? Se les va a ella, se nos frena a nosotros, ¿eh? Vamos, ¿eh?
Seen some great paddle through the first 2 days. Just hitting about the midpoint of our day. The Ultra Paddle Club holding our events 1 and 2. Gorgeous facility, fantastic courts.
Patty Bruno,
Get a
2-0.
chance to come watch the pros as an amateur and play alongside. The courts are still open. 8-4 for the Matrix.
That's 2 points. Ooh. What a
Oh, fantastic.
8-5.
Claudia Jensen.
Arkansas Matrix.
They have enough. Is there enough time for Houston to come back?
Lorena Rufo,
Here we can see that
to serve.
Kata Tenorio was in the middle of the court, so Claudia Jensen knew that she had to reduce time between both touches and decided to play the ball far away from Kata Tenorio.
Fast lob. Well into the corner. Patty choosing to let this bounce. Tenorio fighting that ball off her left shoulder. Yunguno now. Jensen. Ball out of bounds. Make it 9-5.
9-5.
A match
Arkansas Matrix.
point opportunity for the Arkansas Matrix. They have several on hand here.
4 match point for Matrix. Again, working, holding the point and finding the errors from the beginning till the end.
Patty Yunguno into the corner. Kata Tenorio on the quick touch, blocking back. Strong ball. Patience pays off. The Arkansas Matrix pick up the series.
And match.
And the celebration, the excitement from
Arkansas
Kata Tenorio and
Matrix.
Patty Yunguno. What a match. They know
Win.
how to suffer. It's incredible. It's impressive how they're playing. Arkansas get another victory.
And
The
10-5.
Arkansas Matrix improve now in their series in event 2 to 2-0, a record that they are sure proud of, and it's so hard fought for. That was a battle in the women's matchup. A victory worth celebrating.
Absolutely. Impressive performance. It was a long, long game. It's 2 incredible sets and 1 tie break, 1 super tie break. Oh, they've done everything to get this win for the team.
I think it's about time for the Arkansas Matrix to go find themselves a cold tub, maybe a bit of a recovery, a massage added in. They need a little extra love after this one.
Oh, they deserve everything, I would say.
Houston Volts now sitting at 1 and 2. we'll get a chance to catch up with our winners on the women's side, Patti Anguno and Kata Tenorio. A huge, huge win for the Arkansas Matrix. I'm going to send it to the third member, or the fourth, fifth, sixth member of our crew, Javi Carrasco, with our winning interview.
Aquí estamos con las chicas de Arkansas que ha conseguido el 2-0 para su equipo. Kata
The
Tenorio,
winners
Patti
and the
Anguno.
duo
Nunca
after the win by
morís,
Kata
Patti,
Tenorio
vaya
and Patti.
partido, vaya enfrentamiento
What a
que habéis
match.
tenido. Ha sido una locura.
It
¿Cómo
was
estás ahora
crazy.
mismo?
How are you feeling now?
Bueno, es que estoy súper contenta
I'm super happy.
lo que estamos disfrutando, Kata y yo.
We're enjoying a lot
bueno,
with
y con todo
Kata
el equipo de
and of course
Arkansas,
with the entire team.
La verdad es que Kata es una jugadora que respeto muchísimo toda su carrera.
I respect a lot
Nunca
Kata
habíamos tenido la opción
and
de
her
jugar
career.
juntas y lo
We
estamos
never
teniendo
played
aquí
each other,
y-
and
y
now we
bueno,
have the
lo
chance to
estamos
do it.
disfrutando y
we're
exprimiendo al
enjoying
máximo,
it a
así
lot.
que así estamos, cada partido ahí a morir con las botas puestas. Y nada, las chicas
We're fighting in
han
every
jugado
match.
también un partidazo.
I think
Llevamos ahí
Houston played an amazing
la
match
semana
too.
pasada y esta eliminatoria durísimas y
We
bueno, y
played them
nosotras, pues, a
last
seguir
week,
peleando.
and today it was
Gracias,
another
Patti.
fight. We will
Kata,
try
hace
to keep
mucha
grinding.
ilusión. Tú y yo hemos comentado bastantes partidos ya de pádel, pero nunca pensé que te iba a ver en una pista central en un gran torneo.
I never thought
ganando,
watching
jugando
you
también,
playing in the
disfrutando
center
tanto
court,
sobre el 20
enjoying,
por 10, Kata.
winning.
Bueno, el año pasado cuando comentábamos juntos yo te dije que la PPL
Last season
me dio la
we
vida.
were
Creo que
commentating
ha sido
together,
así,
and I told you that the PPL was
y lo
something
estoy
unique,
disfrutando. El año
and I'm enjoying it
pasado
a lot.
me picó el gusanito
Last
y este año
season
me preparé más
playing
para este año.
made me want to play
Y
again,
encima tengo la oportunidad de jugar con Patti,
and I have the
que,
chance to
como
play
dije,
with
ya nunca
Patti.
habíamos jugado en contra, digo a favor,
We never
siempre en
played
contra,
together. It
pero
was
que
always a
somos
rivalry,
dos compañeras de,
but I
de
think we're
trabajo
two
y de
teammates.
caminos y de
We share
trayectoria.
the
Siempre
profession,
fuimos rivales
we
y
share
hoy nos toca
paddle.
estar del mismo lado de la pista y peleando las
In
dos
the past
juntas.
we were rivals, and now we have the chance
Sí,
to
la
play
verdad
each
que
other
tenía muchas ganas de
together.
jugar bien, de sentirme
I wanted
bien
to play
jugando,
good.
lo hice,
I wanted to
disfruté.
feel good
Esto también es
inside a
disfrutar,
court.
tensión, cantar los puntos y buscarle
I
la
wanted
manera
to
al
celebrate
partido
the
cuando
points.
se va dando vuelta. No es solo reírse, esto es
It's
disfrutar
not
y
always
disfruto
about
un
laughing
montón de
and
que he
having
podido
good
jugar
time, but
bien
also suffering.
y que bueno, y que hemos dado otro puntito más para Arkansas.
And we're super happy to give
Enhorabuena,
another
Kata
point to
Tenorio,
Arkansas.
Patti Anguno, Zielinski por esta victoria. No se
Patti
pierdan porque hay
Anguno
más pádel
and Kata
en la
Tenorio, the
PPL,
winners
en
of
la
the
Pro
match.
Padel League.
Just an absolute battle between the Arkansas Matrix and the Houston Volts, ultimately going to the side of the Arkansas Matrix. A big win as they improve their series record now to 2-0 and event number 2 of the PPL.